Man, another good day for us. All of these are good days. Anytime we get an opportunity to come together, man, and lay some foundational things and teach and learn and go through this process that is team development. Appreciate the energy and attention to detail. Obviously, we're far from perfect at this juncture, but that's what these days are for. So we're chipping away at it. I like the attitude. I like the communication. I think that's something that we're really stressing at this point. Communication kind of, shows that you understand, and it helps those who don't. And so we've been working in those areas. I like the efforts that we've gotten along those lines. Guys have made some plays. Guys have missed some plays. That's just part of this process. We'll keep rolling that ball out, and we'll gain clarity as we continue to do that. Be happy to address any questions.
Any injuries? Chooks hasn't been out there too much?
No injuries to speak of. Some guys, we're just being exercising some precaution. He's one of them. But nothing of any significance that would dictate any, significant time missed.
Mike, didn't see a lot of Ben and some of the team stuff. Is that a precaution, or is that managing load on it?
Just want to see more of the other guys. Some of these guys we know a lot about, and some of those guys that we know a lot about might not play in the Hall of Fame game. And so we got to get to know some others. We got to prepare some others. Just the nature of how this preseason is constructed now with today's guidelines, man, we don't have a lot of time before we'll be in the stadium. And so those that we're preparing to play in Canton, man, we want to see more of than maybe some of those that we don't intend to.
You talk a lot about small sample size, 2 days, but what have you seen out of Dwayne Haskins even from minicamp to now?
Small sample size. He's one of the guys that gets additional reps when you dial Ben back. And so today was the first day that we dialed him back some. He got more exposure. We'll take a look at the tape, and he'll learn from it and continue to move forward. But like his approach to business, it's been really positive.
Changing as many offensive linemen as you are, is there more of a need to get settled on the group and play it together?
We got a lot of time, particularly relative to those that we compete against, man. Most people got 3 preseason games. We have 4. That's not something that's a big concern on our radar right now. We appreciate the additional time that we have, and we intend to utilize it.
Do you treat this position kind of an audition, different guys rotating in and out throughout the camp? Is that kind of your plan?
What side of the ball?
Nickel, in defense.
Yeah, I think right now we're working Art and Brooks there. But there'll be times where you'll see some other guys. Just right now, we've been focused on those 2.
Who were some of those guys, Mike? Some of the other guys you mentioned.
We'll determine it. Like right now, we're working Trey Norwood at safety. He could be a guy that could roll down and play in there some. He has in college. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Right now, we don't want to give too many people too many things to focus on. We're keeping them locked down and letting them work there for a couple of days. We'll have a meeting of the minds and determine who's going to move where for the next block of days.
What do you like about Millette since he was in there first?
He's a proven NFL dude. He plays hard on teams. He's shown an aptitude in terms of playing in the slot, the blitzing, the physicality. Even though we haven't had an opportunity to do it in this setting, he's not a rookie. So he's got a reputation and resume, and so we're utilizing that to make some early decisions in terms of getting exposure to him.
Around his 5 years, have you seen TJ voice and sort of presence, and not just on the field, talking in the room and stuff, kind of grill and everything?
You guys know TJ. He doesn't talk a lot, but his words carry weight because of what he's willing and capable of doing.
Because there's a lot of voices, veteran voices that weren't here, Dave and Marquise and Vince, and that he might be more to the top now. I
think TJ is going to be TJ, and so and we appreciate that. He's not a vocal guy. That's not his style. We've got plenty of leadership. We don't have a void in that area, and obviously he's one of them. He's just not a rah-rah type.
Mike, you mentioned small sample size. What have you seen from the rookies up to this point, and maybe some of the intangibles?
Probably not a lot to speak of. I appreciate their level of conditioning. I'll say that. In a short period of time, it looks like a lot of these guys have come ready for the work, and that's a great place to begin.
Anything final?
How are you approaching splitting up the time at running back right now? Is Najee one of these guys that you want to see a lot of, or maybe you don't want to give him too much too soon?
We're not micromanaging it at this juncture. We're rolling those guys through. Obviously, he's getting a lot of work and a lot of significant work in the first group because that's where we took him.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks.